Understand that Socrates didn't have a system of thought. Socrates pointed his students, the Socratic dialogue. He merely answered questions by asking them back to the student and revealing that the student already had the truth inside them. So Socrates used to say, you must understand yourself, you must understand yourself, you must understand yourself. Then one day a student said to him, teacher, you always say you must understand yourself. Do you understand yourself? And Socrates said, no. I don't know. I don't know. But I know this not knowing. I understand this not knowing. I am aware of this not knowing. That statement is the beginning of Western philosophy. I don't know, but I know that I don't know. I know this not knowing. So in our life, every day, we're taught to know something, know something, know something, know something, know something. You guys are taught to know about management, business, running things. Know something, know something. Your professors tell you all day, know this, know this, know this, know this, know this. I noticed when I was at Yale, we were taught to read this, read this, read this, read this, read this. I remember one day I was in the lecture room at the Harvard Divinity School, and the professor, one of the great professors of Western religion, I won't mention the name, though he is related to someone who used to teach at Union Theological Seminary, was teaching the good and the true and the absolute. The good is the absolute which comes from our sense of being and which connects us to other people. And I noticed I was sitting in the back of the lecture, and all of the students, we all had our notebooks open. Everyone is writing down exactly what he says. The good is that aspect of the absolute which connects to the other people. And then the teacher would say, and as Socrates said about the absolute, it is that. And everyone's and I thought to myself, wow, we're like robots. We take what they say, and we memorize it, and then we put it out, spit it out, and we get a good grade. So any kind of religion or philosophy is usually someone else's idea. Someone else's idea. But what is my true idea? What is my true idea? That's not taught much in school. So when I was after I graduated from the divinity school, I had the opportunity to meet this, actually it was before I graduated, but after I took a year off, actually. So I had a time to meet this great Zen master, this Korean Zen master. I went to him, and it was the first meeting, and I had this dialogue with him where I said, I understand this, I want to take Western philosophy and Eastern religion, I want to put them together, and I think we can make a new paradigm with some sort of like the teachings of Western philosophy, plus a little bit of Judeo-Christian thing, and I think Eastern philosophy, around and around and around. And he sat there looking at me like a frog, waiting for the fly. And I went on and on and on and on and on. And then he, out of nowhere, he shouted, "Who are you?" And this really struck me. I said, my name is Paul. He said, that's your body's name. Your mama gave you that name. Before you had that name, who are you? I don't care. That's your body's name. Who are you? And I said, I don't know. And he said, study that. You don't know you. Study that. So, studying that's Zen. That is Zen Buddhism. So anything after thinking, that's someone else's idea. Socrates' idea, Descartes' idea, Schopenhauer's idea, Buddha's idea, Jesus' idea, your professor's idea. When all of you were children, your parents taught you the sky is blue. But the sky never said, I am blue. Ever since your parents taught you the sky is blue, you've been going through this life saying, sky is blue, sky is blue, sky is blue, sky is blue. But the sky never said, yo, human being, I'm blue. So human beings make some idea, attached to that idea, and call that true knowledge. But who made that idea? Who thinks that idea? Who? Zen teaching points to that. So when you are thinking, your mind and my mind are different. Yeah, Christian thinking, Buddhist thinking, male thinking, female thinking, Korean thinking, American thinking, British thinking, French thinking, Indian thinking. When you are thinking, your mind and my mind are different. When you cut off all thinking, your mind and my mind are the same. That's because you're cutting off all thinking means before thinking. That place before thinking arises. Before thinking. Your before thinking mind is your substance. My before thinking mind is my substance. Your substance, my substance, this hand substance, this table, sky, cloud, stars, moon, earth, sound. It's all the same substance. So I have a question for you. You're all students. And don't believe anything I said just because I said it. If you keep a don't know mind before thinking, your mind, this hand, and this sound, are they the same or different? Come on. You guys didn't get into Columbia Business School for nothing. Your mind, this hand, and this sound, are they the same or different? Different. Oh, you say different. If you say different, I hit you 30 times. Because you're attached to opposites. If you say same, I also hit you 30 times. Because you're attached to sameness. If you don't say anything, I hit you 60 times. What can you do? No answer? What? I don't know. That's also, I hit you 30 times. If you open your mouth to call it something, it's a mistake. Your professors didn't teach you this, so you don't have an answer. That's a human being. Very interesting, very simple. This hand, this sound, and your mind, same or different? Same. Different. Both. Oh, you get really whacked. Open your mouth to calling it something, it's already a big mistake. You ask me. Ask me. Understand? That's Zen. It's not mysterious. If you're thinking, it seems difficult and mysterious. You know, it's interesting in the Bible. If you go to the Bible, the same situations, Jesus is doing the same thing. He's giving these stories and dialogues to his students that they don't get. And at the end of one parable that he gives, you know, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, that kind of talk. After one of those situations, one of his students says, Rabbi, why do you say these stories to us that seem so confusing? He says, you have eyes, but you don't see. You have ears,